Hi everyone, welcome back, and this is another pregnancy update. This particular video, however, is a second trimester recap. So weeks about 14 to 27, I believe it is. So like I said in my previous video, I've been very blessed to have a relatively smooth pregnancy. So honestly, there's really not a whole lot to talk about. So I'll just kind of go over some of the things that I experienced and some of the things that happened in the second trimester. I will say I did feel my energy pick back up in the second trimester. The first trimester, I just was like so fatigued. It was rough. But my energy did pick back up a little bit in the second trimester. My appetite picked back up, so I was able to eat the foods that I liked again. Also, I had my anatomy scan. So we did find out the gender in that scan. That is something that I will be revealing in a later video, so stay tuned for that. Everything with baby looked good, so that is great. That is just something that I could have just only prayed for, and just so thankful that baby looks great. Everything's great. Baby's healthy. Baby's growing correctly, growing on track. Actually measuring slightly ahead from at least the anatomy scan. Only by a day, but still. I will say in the second trimester, that's when I started to feel movement. I would say around week 14, and I know that's really early for a first time mom, but I know what I felt. It was just like little tickles or little flutters on one side of my belly. And I remember distinctly, I saw a spider on the wall and I screamed and I jumped out of bed. And then I just felt this feeling in my belly, just all these flutters, just like moving and moving and moving and moving. I was like, yep, that's probably my baby. I scared my baby by yelling. So one thing that I will mention, I did find out that I do have an anterior placenta, meaning that the placenta is in front of the baby. So I have, that does make it a little bit more difficult for moms to feel movement, but I still know that I felt movement. Speaking of movement, so of course that has picked up in the second trimester as well. Movement, I feel, at first it was mostly just when I was laying down. I could feel baby moving around in there. And now, the movements still are mostly when I'm laying down, but I can still feel baby moving when I'm not laying down as well. And the movements, I would say at first I felt like baby slept during the day while I was awake, and then was awake during the night when I was laying down or sleeping. At least that's what it felt like, just based on the movements that I was feeling. There really isn't a whole lot to talk about, just because I have had a relatively smooth pregnancy. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is growing pains. That I started to experience probably about week 19. And what I mean by growing pains is I could feel like my uterus expanding, getting bigger to accommodate the baby's growth. It felt like cramps, sort of like cramps, and then like I could definitely feel my ligaments moving. It was very uncomfortable, to the point where one night I just had to go to sleep because it hurt so bad and I didn't know what else to do about it. So luckily that only lasted for about 2 days, and then I was over it. I will say, I think that after that moment, that's when my belly really popped and I really did look to have a baby bump. So that's really all I have to share with you guys. So please leave a comment down below if you have any questions or just have anything you want to talk about, anything you want to ask me. Like this video so I can make more content that you guys like. Share with all your friends. Subscribe so you can see more updates just like this. And thank you so much for watching.